What's up, y'all? What's good? Oh my goodness, here we are. My neck works. The audio works. All this worked. I'm so excited for us. Delvin's texting me to ask me where I want him. Hang on, y'all. I got to talk to the host. Hold up. I'm sending him a message right now. Join us in the YouTube channel to listen. And then when the show's over, just jump in the Discord. You know how we do. He acts like this is his first time. He acts like that was a voicemail message. He acts like this is his first time to host an after show with us. Like, it's not the same like every time. I have to mess with him a little bit because I love Delvin so much. What is up, everybody? Welcome. So you're watching me say he's like watching me talk shit about him as I'm talking shit about him. Hi, Delvin. I love you. Mwah. All right, y'all. We got voice actors in the chat. Oh, he's on Twitch. Nice. Yeah, you can be on. We are live right now on YouTube and Twitch. If this is your first time here, oh my goodness, welcome. I hope you have listened to the previous 3 episodes. Otherwise, you're gonna spoil the shit out of yourself, and maybe you don't care, which is fine. I am Crystal. I am the co-founder of the Tales of the Forgotten Fiction Network. I wrote and directed Don't Look, and with my lovely partner Hannah, she's gonna torture you with the sound of tonight's episode that we are very, very, very excited about. I don't really have a lot of housekeeping stuff. I will tell you guys that we are going to shift the schedule just slightly for Vampire Beginnings. There will not be Vampire Beginnings next week. Vampire Beginnings will happen the following week, and we will also do a State of the Tales before that episode. And if you didn't know, a State of the Tales is where I talk about what's going on with the Tales of the Forgotten Fiction Network, us as a company, what we've got planned for the rest of the year. I share some information and tips and tricks for audio drama creators and just our process and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, that's not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday. The event calendar on the website will be updated shortly to reflect that, but you guys get to know first because you're here and you're special. What's up, Delvin? I think Delvin might be the only one in Twitch and everybody else is in YouTube, but that's fine. We are, how do you, like, not international, but how do you say that, like, we're everywhere on the internet? Somebody give me a word for, like, everywhere on the internet. Think about that. Anyway, we have a longer episode tonight. The amazing Delvin Cox, who I was just talking to, will be hosting our after show. Delvin is an amazing host, and I'm so excited that he's hosting this after show because I ain't got no brain cells left. Me and Pixel are out of brain cells. We hope you enjoy this Don't Look finale. We hope that we have stuck the landing. Who do we think's gonna die? Let's do that right now. Right now, put your bets in chat. Who dies this episode? We're omnipresent, multi-platform, international, internet. I see. I can't say it though, Synaptic. I'm so mad. You think Katie's gonna die? Damn. Okay, Lena, who plays Katie, thinks Katie's gonna die. Tiani's here. What up, Tiani? Everybody. Nate, right? Bander dies. Okay, so the reporter. Okay. I'll get Twitch open just to keep him company. That's amazing. Craig, I sacrifice. I want y'all to know. Pixel was talking shit about Noah earlier because you're going to see that in this episode that Noah has some, how do I say this? Well, there's just some things that happen in this episode to Noah, and Pixel thinks that Noah should have took gymnastics classes. Just to let you know. Pixel is literally editing, and she calls out to me. She's like, man, like, Noah got to get hooked up with, like, Simone Biles or something so he can learn some stuff. It's great. Y'all ready to hear this episode? All right. You're about to be, this is a long episode, too. It's like 45 minutes. And there is an after credit scene in this episode. So if you have friends who are going to listen when it drops on podcast networks tomorrow, tell them to stick around because there's an after credit scene. And if you have been in the Discord, gosh, back in 2023, this after credit scene was dropped then. I think like mad early, like so early. Not him and the monster getting freaky. It's not that kind of show, Lena. God. It's not that. Why y'all gotta make everything Tales After Dark? It's not. I promise I'm gonna write more smut. We had somebody come in Discord and demand porn, so I gotta write more porn. I promise, okay? I'm gonna write it. Damn. All right, y'all, let's get to it.
What the fuck is wrong with you? What did you do?
A nightmare that kept getting worse. I put 3 bullets in Eden's throat, where I saw it moving. The screaming came right after. It sounded like Eden, but not just Eden. It sounded like other people, too.
Look out!
I backed up as the gross, wet head of this monster slithered out of Eden's mouth. I thought it was going to, I don't know, fall out? I had to bite back a shriek when it shot out of Eden's mouth like a bullet, landing on the elevator floor next to her body. I could see my bullet holes in it, and some kind of sick, gooey substance squirted out of the wounds. It wiggled around violently, still screaming and growing in size. It wasn't small. It was as thick as Noah's arm, just as long and getting longer. And the screams, fuck, they sounded like... Was that its victims? Did this fucking thing scream like the people it killed?
Fuck you!
That scream. It sounded like my mom. Like... Thank you. Thank you for killing it.
Yeah. I owed it too.
So that's it, right? It's over? Whatever the fuck this is over, right?
I couldn't explain the feeling inside of me. Goddess knew I wanted this to be over, but I still didn't feel safe. And that could have been anxiety, but... I don't know. Let's go find Craig and get the hell out of here.
No, I'm done. I'm not spending another 10 seconds down here. And no offense, but I don't know who the fuck Craig is, and I don't care. My best friend just died, and I'm leaving. I'm gonna go find someone to take care of Eden's body.
No. None of us want to be down here. But we shouldn't split up.
Those gunshots were loud. Really loud. Shouldn't Craig have heard them?
Yeah, if he didn't, that means he's dead, which is all the more reason for us to get the fuck out of here.
We don't know that. What if he's alive? What if he's hurt? Or what if he is dead and there's another one of those things on the loose? You really want to be alone?
Being in a group clearly didn't help us much.
Well, being alone definitely won't.
Fine. Whatever. Let's go get this guy. But then I'm leaving, with or without you.
Deal. Let's move.
Put your headphones on, and let's begin. Pulled from the Tales of the Forgotten archives, we bring you Don't Look, the finale.
We had not been to many places like this, where the sick and weak gathered. It made the hunt easy. Almost too easy. Almost. Naughty, naughty Katie.
We will consume her.
No. She is mine. But you can have the others. My sweet Katie, I'm coming for you. You. Are you still listening? Good. I don't want you to miss the hunt.
Who's in charge here?
I am. And who the fuck are
SVT
you?
Securities, this is our scene now. Sit rep, quickly.
Ma'am, I've got a dozen witnesses that say they saw a fucking monster murder 2 people inside.
Why aren't we inside?
Can't get in.
Security lockdown?
Not that we can tell, but you know more about that than us. All exits and entrances are locked, and y'all built this place like a damn fortress.
Clear your people out of that MCC. I need it. Witnesses do not talk to the press until we tell them. Speaking of the press, they will be here in about 30 seconds. Get one of your people that looks good on camera to play spokesperson. As far as the press is concerned, NOPD is in charge. SVT Sec is only here to support you. This is a hostage situation. 2 are dead. Situation is ongoing, and for the safety of the people inside, you cannot share more details. Got it?
Got it.
Thank you. Call HQ. We've got a situation at DH. I need my team, and tell Agent Stacanus we need that Hadron Collider location shut down. Now.
Craig. Oh, fuck.
I fucking knew it.
Craig was dead. In his chair. His head tilted back at a terrible angle, his lifeless, terrified eyes staring at the ceiling. He was covered in blood, probably his own. There were lumps of something on the floor next to him. I didn't want to know what those were. The sharp smell of blood was fresh. He hadn't been dead for long.
Check his throat.
We approached slowly. Very slowly. My gun was raised, but it didn't look like one of those things was still inside him. Whatever monster had killed him was gone.
Can we get the fuck out of here, please?
Let me find his notes.
What for?
To see if he learned anything new about these things. Don't you want to know what you're fighting?
I'm not fighting shit. I'm leaving.
We might not have a choice. So let's pause and consider this. What do we know? Not theory. What do we know?
You can hear them before they attack. And it feels like they're hunting you.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
From Craig's notes, he's confirmed internal organs are missing, so it eats them?
But not all of them.
No, not at all. Fucking disgusting. He wrote, "There's no other entry wounds, just the throat. Some of the victims had a broken jaw, broken necks. God, he thinks it was from the force of entry."
We all saw it. It goes down your throat.
Yeah, when you look at it. Fuck. Fuck. Noah. Shelley said don't before she...
So did Diana.
Don't what?
Don't look. I don't think you can look at it. When Noah and I were running from it at Paradise Row, the way all those people died, they were looking at something.
Diana was looking at something above her. I was going to look too, but it happened so fast.
It was the same with Shelly.
Okay, so if we can't look at it, how do we kill it?
We already killed it, so can we stop speculating and get the fuck out?
I don't think we killed them all.
Fuck. Okay, don't look. Whatever you do, don't look at it.
Let's just get out of here.
It's going to hunt us down. That's what it does.
What if we used a mirror? So we don't look at it directly. We could see where it is, and you can shoot it.
Fuck, fine. If we're going to do this, if this thing is anything like the myth of Medusa, looking at it through a mirror might work. But if we're going with the theory you can't look at it directly, I still wouldn't stare too long. Use your phone as the mirror. Find out where this fucking thing is and then look away.
Okay. I'll try it.
No. You've got the guns. I'll do it.
Sydney, are you sure?
Absolutely not. But we've got to kill it before it kills us or someone else.
Bitch, you are brave. But believe me, I won't miss.
Neither will I.
I was so fucking scared. I didn't know where this bravery came from. Survival instinct, anger. Ugh. I pulled my phone out of my pocket and my hand was shaking so badly I almost dropped it. It took me another second to work up the courage to point the black mirror at the ceiling. And it was right there. Right fucking there. I opened my mouth to tell them it was directly above us, but it looked at me. Right at me. It didn't have eyes, just this gooey, worm-like head. But it had a mouth, a snake-like body on a fucking worm-like body. And I was going to die. I was going to fucking die. I couldn't move. Say something. Cindy. Say something.
Every sound this fucking thing made as it hunted us echoed in the room. Sydney tilted their phone toward the ceiling. I didn't dare glance at the phone. I kept my eyes on them. I could tell when they saw it. Their whole body tensed. The way they seemed to freeze was almost unnatural. Sydney, what's happening?
Did they look at it? They can't look at it.
I see. Oh no.
It'll either come off the ceiling or through the phone.
What?
It's a black fucking mirror. Mirrors are portals.
Maya sprang into action. She charged at Sydney and smacked the phone out of their hand. It felt like everything was moving in slow motion after that. The phone hitting the floor was stupidly loud, and simultaneously that fucking thing, this monster came out of the phone screen. It was so fast, coming right at Sydney. I couldn't get a shot.
Fuck you!
Maya had a scalpel in her hand and she fucking tackled it. She fucking tackled it. It growled and hissed as Maya wrapped her whole body around this thing, and both of them went to the floor.
Just fucking die!
Time sped up again. Maya was rolling around with it and it was curled around her like a fucking snake. She was stabbing at it wildly. Noah moved first. He threw his body on top of Maya's, grabbing at the creature. It had arms. Small, vicious arms with claws, I think. And they were digging into Maya, into him. Noah managed to grab it by the head, pulling it away from Maya. That mouth. So many fucking teeth. I shoved the muzzle of my gun in its face. Fuck you!
Breaking news from New Orleans. A hostage situation is occurring at the DeMarco Hospital where 2 are dead. In a fascinating turn of events that has the internet up in arms, unconfirmed reports claim that the sole survivors of the Paradise Row massacre, Katie Lopez and Noah Reeves, are rumored to be inside.
Oh no. Katie! Colin! I'm going out! I'll be back.
Wait for me.
Elevator?
Fuck that.
Try the staircase.
It worked!
Thank fuck. Let's move.
What the fuck?
What happened?
It just closed by itself. Katie!
Not good. Before I could get through the stairwell door, it yanked itself forward by some unseen force and slammed closed. I rammed into the bar, but it didn't budge. Ugh. I meet Noah's terrified eyes through the glass. You've got to get out of here.
No, I'm not leaving you.
I'll try another floor. Get Maya and Sydney out of here. Those assholes in the suits have to be here by now. Go get help.
What assholes in suits?
Long story.
Okay, me and Sydney can find a way out. You find a way to get to her.
I'll try to go up to the next floor.
Okay. I'll figure out a way to meet you there.
Stay safe. And remember, don't look, any of you.
Hey! Hey, you!
Let us out!
We're working on it. Listen to me, whatever you do, don't look at it.
Yeah, no shit.
Look, is there an easy way to kill them?
No, not easy. When you hear it, don't give in. Point straight above you, shoot until the clip is empty, do it again. That's the easy way.
And if we miss?
It gets pissed.
Great!
Are Katie Lopez and Noah Reeves inside?
Katie got separated. Noah's trying to get to her.
Bad news for them, but good news for you.
Why would you say that?
It's hunting them. Doesn't like survivors.
We have to do something.
Stay put. We're going to dismantle the glass panes. Just need special tools.
Yeah, that's what you get for making a hospital a fucking fortress.
It was a good idea at the time.
Uh-huh. How many of these things are in here?
Reports from our team hunting these things say usually 3 to 5 in a pack.
Okay, we killed 2.
You did?
Let's hope there's only one left.
So, where's the armory?
The what?
I'll bet this chick's kidney. This place has a secret armory somewhere.
You're not wrong. What's your plan?
I'm a ghost hunter. These things aren't the only ones that can hunt. And if you're right and they're after Katie and Noah, we can use that to our advantage.
I am so in for killing more of these fucks. And thank you, by the way, for saving my life.
Yeah. Wish I could have saved Eden, too. You know, she was annoying, but she didn't deserve... Anyways, I can make up for that right now. So where is it?
It's on this floor. Nurse's station by the ER. Looks like a bookshelf. Find the book titled Synarchy and pull it. You can bypass the retinal scan if you say the phrase, "I will die to see my will done, and it will be done."
That's fucking metal.
Nah, that's dramatic.
Trust me, the guy who said it was both of those things. Don't get yourselves killed.
Don't plan to. Let's go, Sydney.
They're gonna get themselves killed. Shit! Where the fuck is my thermoptic teleportation device, Vaughn?
The hospital felt surreal. Nurses huddled around their stations, talking low. There was this feeling of panic and desperation in the air. I overheard one of the nurses talk about how they kept losing patients, and nobody could explain it. I knew why. And that didn't do anything good for how terrified I was. Imagine being helpless, all those things. Damn. I got to the elevator and slammed on the button. Nothing. I tried another stairwell door. Didn't budge. A doctor who didn't even blink that I was carrying a shotgun told me that some of the corridors were locked down.
Well, it just feels like we're being corralled, but I don't know about what.
You are. Listen, if you hear some shit moving around or something that sounds animal-like, don't look at it, okay? Do not look at it.
What? What did you say?
I didn't have the time or the patience to explain more. I had to get to Katie. I moved past him, looking for a utility closet. I found what I needed inside, a ladder and some tools. Hospital as high-tech as this one meant the HVAC system was top-notch, which meant I could use it to get to the second floor and get Katie out. I just have to look up. Yeah. I went very still, listening. I could hear the faint beep of monitors, the sound of the AC. I could feel the cold air right above me. I didn't hear anything that sounded like those monsters. I unfolded the ladder, placed it where I was guessing the vent was. I had the screwdriver in my pocket, shotgun in one hand, muzzle pointed up. I took a deep breath. One more. I looked up at the vent and slowly climbed the ladder.
Well, this fucking sucked. Ugh. Ugh. Fuck. I wish you were here, Shelley. You'd know what to do. You always knew what to do. But Shelley was gone. And I knew the thing that killed her was in this hospital somewhere. That anger I felt before, that I'd been feeling since that night in Paradise Row, swelled up in my chest, sitting atop how terrified I was. You want me, bitch? Come get me. I tried the second floor door. No go. Of course. I kept walking up the stairs, slowly, stopping every few seconds to listen. Nothing. I pulled my phone out of my pocket to see if I could let Noah know what floor I was on. It was dead. Of course it fucking was. When I reached the third floor door, I pushed. It opened, but I didn't go through right away. You know in horror movies how a door will open all by itself and the dumbass protagonist just walks through? This is what that felt like. It felt like the stupidest thing in the world to walk through that door. But if that thing that killed Shelley and David and Diana was in there was no other choice. I walked through the doorway.
This was bullshit. That's what this was. There was dust everywhere. Ragged pieces of metal I could barely avoid. I wasn't a huge dude, but I wasn't tiny either. I wasn't claustrophobic, but this space felt like a tomb and I hated it. Come on, get to Katie. There's gotta be a junction somewhere. I switched on my phone's flashlight. The shotgun I pushed in front of me. My pace was slow, and if I saw a spider, I was going to scream. But I was committed. I could do this. I had to do this. Just keep going, Noah. Just keep going.
Noah.
I froze. Did I just hear? Nah. Nope. I'm tripping. Just keep moving.
Noah, sweetheart. Look at me.
Fuck. Diana? No, it can't be. No. Stop fucking with me.
Why won't you look at me, Noah?
Because you're fucking dead. And I wish to God you weren't, but you are. That's not you. It can't be you. I miss Diana so much. And to hear her voice like this. No. I crawled faster. Some of the jutting pieces of metal cut my arm. But in a fucked up way, the pain was centering, you know? It kept me in my body. Kept me grounded. Don't look. Keep going. Come on. I could could see the junction. I could see the junction up ahead. I'd have to climb up the pipe, but I didn't have to look. I could feel my way. Yeah.
Noah, look at me, please.
I will fucking kill you, just like I killed the other one of you. Do you hear me? I will kill you. There it was. There was a junction. I squeezed my eyes closed and blindly reached above me. Oh, God. That wasn't a vent. That was... I could feel his breath. Something wet by my ear. Oh, God.
Look at me, Noah.
Do you like music? I do. Does that surprise you? Do you think Katie would like music before she dies? There you are, Katie. You're so angry. But you're afraid of me. You know it doesn't hurt. Not for long. But for Katie, I'm going to make it excruciating. I'm going to keep her alive while I pull everything out of her I don't want to eat. You'll want to take those headphones off before I'm done with her. But don't worry. When I'm hungry again, I'll find you. It's okay you're scared. How about a commercial break? You won't feel better afterwards, but I will.
From the signs, it looked like the third floor was for the VIP clinics. Bougie shit. The silence was both welcoming and really, really creepy. I'd pocketed my phone. I had my gun out. I didn't know where I was going.
Katie.
What the fuck? Shelly? Are you fucking serious?
Katie, look at me.
Oh my God. I closed my eyes, grabbing the side of my head as if that could make this all stop. Hot tears pressed against the back of my eyes. I hadn't heard her voice in what felt like forever. And it would be forever, fucking forever, before I heard it again because this thing took her from me. Stop it!
Why won't you look at me?
Stop! Just stop!
Katie, look at me.
No!
Why won't you look at me?
Katie.
Fuck! I ran.
Bookshelf!
Okay. Synarchy. Oh, there it is.
Where is everyone?
Hiding or dead. Hopefully hiding.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
It's extra as fuck is what it is. Okay. I will die to see my will done, and it will be done.
Jesus! It's a whole secret security room. Who needs this many guns?
And security cameras, too.
Maybe we shouldn't look at those.
Yeah, good call. Turn those off.
Wait, I see Katie.
Where is she?
Third floor? She's running.
Don't look. That's good enough. We'll get to her. Do you know how to use a gun?
Never in my life.
Okay, take this one. Pull the trigger, don't squeeze. Don't lock your elbow either.
You know what? You take the guns. Give me that knife.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm better with knives, honestly. I don't trust myself to miss and not shoot one of you.
Fair. Oh, yeah. Come to mommy.
Is that what I think it is?
It sure is. Let's go.
Holy shit! Is that Noah?
Let's move.
You killed us, Noah!
Fuck you! I'll kill every single one of you for what you took from me. Did you kill Diana? Was it you?
You will die, Noah, just like she did.
I thought I'd seen everything as a ghost hunter. Sure, most of the calls we got were bullshit, but there were rare occasions that proved the paranormal was real. But this was something else. This was a horror movie in real life, and nothing prepares you for staring at a real monster. Earlier with Sydney, I just acted. I wasn't even thinking. I hadn't had a chance to let it sink in or process, and now I was staring at this creature in all its glory, and this was... The fact that I didn't pee on myself a little, props. And definitely no time for that now. We just needed to act. We got here just to see this fucking thing toss Noah, a whole grown-ass man, across the room like he was nothing. Noah hit the wall hard, too hard, and when he crashed to the ground, he just laid there. I could see blood on Noah. Too much of it, and there was blood dripping from the monster's many teeth. Fuck, did it bite him? The monster was... God, what the fuck made something like this? It was as tall as your average human, worm-like, or maybe snake-like, the way that it coiled, those arms, those claws, all those fucking teeth. Did I really throw myself at one of these things? No, come on, Maya. Get it together. We have to...
Get away from him, you bitch!
Sydney charged at it. Oh, fuck. They had one arm partially covering their eyes, the knife in their other hand. I thought Sydney was going to get tossed like Noah or worse, but they were smart. They dropped, sliding the last few inches, and stabbed wildly, but effectively, at the monster.
This is for my mom! For my brother, you asshole!
That nasty, gooey-like blood shot out. It turned its attention from helpless Noah and started to curl, lashing down at Sydney like a viper. It was so fast, but they brought their knife up like they trained in some kind of knife martial arts or some shit. They left the blade buried where it stuck. It was effective. The monster reared back with another one of those terrifying screams. Sydney scrambled backwards, slipping on Noah's blood and the monster's blood. But a nurse came out of hiding, grabbing hold of Sydney to help them get out of the way. I needed to act now, before this thing looked at me or anyone else. This is for eating, motherfucker! I let loose a blast from the flamethrower, and I didn't miss. I covered this in glorious fire. And can you believe this motherfucker had the nerve to not die? Oh no, instead, a flaming snake with teeth was charging at me. Oh God. It was looking at me. Oh God. The flaming face was changing. Was that? Oh no. Oh fuck.
Just fucking die!
I could move again. I scrambled out of the way, moving off to the side, and gave this abomination another dose of fire. Because fuck this thing, that's why. It was surreal watching this thing die. We just stood there. Some of the staff cheered. A doctor tried to use a fire extinguisher on it. But Sydney stopped him.
No. Let it burn.
What they said. We gotta go. Gotta get to Katie.
You're bleeding really bad. Let the nurse take a look at you first.
I'll be all right. We gotta...
No, you can barely stand. Get stitches at least. You can't help anyone if you're passed out. Look, we'll go. She's on the 3rd floor.
But what if the doors are still locked?
Then I'll blow them off. Pit stop at the armory, Sydney?
Right behind you.
door slammed shut behind me. Too hard. I hadn't closed it. It was that thing. I scrambled, running my hands over the wall, looking for a light switch. I was in a surgery room or something. No windows, no other doors. Fuck. I was trapped.
Katie, it's so nice to meet you. When you're awake.
What? Had this thing... Had it been in my apartment? I thought those were nightmares that I... Fucking creep!
Katie, look at me. Why won't you look at me?
I won't. Do you hear me, you sick fuck? You want to kill me? You fucking face me!
Have it your way.
You saved Noah's life, you know.
I owed him one, too.
Where'd you learn to fight like that?
Long story. And an unhealthy obsession with knives.
Fair.
Is that a grenade?
Yep. Let's see if that can't open these fucking doors.
Love it.
Whoa.
Dude, get patched up.
Nurse is coming. I promise.
They're security cameras. Be careful, though.
Yeah. You too. I'll join you as soon as I can.
We'll get her, Noah.
And hopefully kill another one of these fucks.
Thank you. Thank you both.
Nah, thank us later. Let's move, Sydney.
My taunting worked, but maybe I should have had a plan after that. It moved so fucking fast, uncoiling from the ceiling and wrapping around me like a fucking snake. Its claws ripped through my clothes and right into my skin, touching me, digging into my arms and my legs. When I struggled, those claws made every motion hurt so much I had to keep still, but it was so fucking hard. Its head was in front of my face. So close I could feel its breath. It smelled of something sour and dead and metallic. I should have closed my eyes, but I didn't. I don't know why I didn't. And its face, it started to change. It was morphing or something, and I could see Shelly. But then the face was me. It was my face, and I couldn't move. I could barely breathe. I'm so sorry, Noah. I'm sorry, Shelly. I'm so sorry.
Ouch! Katie, no. No, Katie! Intercom, speaker system or something. This thing have one?
Press that button.
About fucking time you people got here. Go! Go help her!
I'm on it.
Katie! Katie, listen to me. You have to fight it. You are not a victim. You are the strongest person I know. I would be dead if it wasn't for you. Do you hear me? I wouldn't have made it. Not after what happened to us. And I never told you that, but you kept me going. And I can't do this without you. So, you can't let this thing win. You can't. I need you to fight it. Fight it! You're not afraid. You hear me? You're not afraid of this motherfucker!
That voice was real. I felt hot tears press against my eyes.
So, you gonna move in with me or what?
I thought you'd never ask me.
I love you, you know.
I love you more, you know.
Impossible.
I said what I said.
You guys are gross.
Oh, David, don't worry. I love you too.
She loves me more, though.
You know what? It's fine. I'm good with sloppy seconds.
Hey, my love is not sloppy. Well, not all the time.
Well, your aim still is. So maybe let's fix that.
Ooh, so now he wants to talk shit.
So much shit.
It is so on. You and me at the range tomorrow.
Done and done, bestie.
Now who's being cute?
I mean, he's pretty fly for a white guy.
Goodbye, Katie.
I didn't want to die being afraid. I wanted to die thinking about them. But the more I remembered them, the family I'd lost, that I loved so fucking much, the more I stopped being afraid. And I got really fucking angry. It was like my anger was freeing. Literally, I felt in control of my limbs again, so I bit the fuck out of it. Hard. I ripped a piece of its gooey, disgusting skin right out and spat it onto the ground. It released me. Fast. Its blood was in my mouth, and it was fucking disgusting. I spit most of it out, but not all. And what I accidentally swallowed burned, going down. I gagged. I thought I was going to vomit, but now definitely wasn't the time. I had to fight. And it felt like my blood was on fire. My vision swam. When it cleared, I realized the monster was fucking lunging at me, all snapping furious teeth. But it didn't seem so fast now. I fucking punched it! As I took that swing, I'd never felt more powerful in my fucking life. Like I'd gotten some kind of level up or something. Its blood, maybe? I'd worry about that later. All that mattered was that my fist connected and this thing looked pissed.
You're just like me now.
I will never be like you!
No? Doesn't it feel good to hurt me? That's how I felt when I ate David. When I ripped open Diana. When I let Shelley choke on her own blood and let her feel me in her stomach.
I'd had enough! The gun was empty, but I could still use it as a weapon. I lunged it at this fucking psychopath and it responded in kind. I used the butt of the gun and beat it as hard as I fucking could, one strike after the other. It wrapped around me again, but I kept my arms free. I fucking learned. Its stupid claws hurt, but I could tell I was hurting it too. My strikes were so hard it broke open skin, and more of that gooey fucking blood squirted out. It tried to bite me, and I used my opposite hand to grab at its fucking neck, squeezing, keeping its snapping jaws away from my face. We struggled like this across the room, slamming into walls and floors. It finally threw me away from it, and I managed to catch myself on the wall. I traded gun for scalpel and ran at it again, the bitch. It swung its tail at me. I ducked. I tried to slice at it and I missed. Fuck, I missed. I snapped its head forward like a snake, its teeth catching my arm. Ah! Fuck! I punched it furiously over and over again, digging my fingers into the wounds I made, ripping them open wider. The way it fucking ripped my life open. It roared and let me go, and we faced off again. This time I was ready.
I haven't had this much fun with my food in so long.
You're never hurting anyone ever again.
We'll see.
It was going to lunge. I could tell by the way it coiled. I was ready. But suddenly the vent above us crashed to the ground and fucking Noah landed on top of it, tackling it to the floor. My God.
This is for Diana, motherfucker!
Noah was pounding on it, all raging fists. I'd ask questions later. Right now I had the worst possible idea. Hold its mouth open! Noah didn't hesitate. He grabbed its vicious jaws, pulling its mouth open wider, and I know that must have hurt like fucking hell, but I only needed one moment. Just one. I ran forward. I felt my body changing, getting smaller, narrower, and I shoved myself down its fucking throat. dragging the scalpel with me, ripping it open from the inside out. I exploded out of its back, its dead body falling to pieces around me. I ran over to Noah, and he hugged me so tight. And we just stood like that, crying together.
Well, you wanted to know how to kill one. That's a hell of a way to do it.
How the fuck did you even get here?
I saw what you did. I put 2 and 2 together. We killed one downstairs, so borrow this blood.
Ugh, Noah, it's fucking gross.
It's so fucking gross. I feel like my blood is on fire.
Me too. Think it'll wear off?
It better.
Damn! You fucked it up!
Yeah, they fucking did. You okay?
No. But maybe now I can start working on that.
Me too.
Can we please get the fuck out of here now? Please?
Come with me. We'll get you all fixed up.
You're not gonna flashy thingy us, are you?
No comment. Let's go.
We got ushered over to a really bougie SBT Securities ambulance. A bunch of medics checking over us, all that usual shit. All I fucking wanted was to get the monster's blood out of me, take the world's longest hot shower, cry a lot, and maybe actually get some real sleep for once.
Noah, I have a question. You were in the armory and you didn't bring a gun with you?
I thought about it, but it was weird in that moment. I felt like I wanted to use my fucking bare hands.
That's fucking heavy.
True. But it felt good beating the shit out of it.
Yeah, it really did.
Okay, according to our docs, we can flush your systems and give you a little blood transfusion, and you should be all right. We're gonna monitor you, though.
You're not putting us in some government lab to get tested on.
Nothing like that, but nobody has done what you did before. We're just gonna make sure you're okay.
Fine. But we better get a stipend this time.
And a therapist.
God, yes. A good one. Ow.
There's a Terenzio that wants to talk to you. I'm betting you'll be well taken care of. Nice meeting you. All of you. Oh, and you've got a visitor? See you around.
No offense, lady, but I hope not.
Katie! Woman! Why didn't you answer your phone? Are you okay? What happened?
It's a long story. Weirder than yours.
So much weirder.
What the fuck could be her story?
Hello, Ghost Hunter. I literally require weird stories.
Get in, Naya. We'll tell you on the way. So that's the tale of how I managed to kill a monster, with the help of some really amazing people. I hope you never go through what I went through, but if you're asleep one night and you wake up terrified, if you strain to hear and something growls, I need you to stop being afraid and get really fucking angry. And whatever you do, don't look.
I hope you've enjoyed listening to Don't Look. Please remember to subscribe, leave us a review, and share this episode with your friends. To learn more about our shows, hang out with us during events, or sign up for a membership, visit talesoftheforgotten.com. Don't Look Episode 4 was written and directed by Crystal Storm. Sound designed by Hannah Cardiac and Crystal Storm. Some scenes in the Don't Look theme features original music composed by Tara G. Starring Lena Garcia as Katie, Gerald Hill as Noah, Jake Riker as the Monster and David, Kay Riley as Sydney, Tiani Ma as Maya, Ty Wilkins as Monster 2, Ashley B as Diana, Shelley McArlene as Shelley, Tatiana Gefter as Agent Ravinesh, Matthew Dawson as the police sergeant, Tara G as Naya, Zodi Lee as Daniela, Crystal Storm as Doctor, and Jocelyn Ford as the news reporter.
I said certified freak. 7 days a week. Wet ass pancreas make that pull-out game reek. Whoa, yeah. Yeah, you fucking with some wet ass pancreas. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass pancreas. Taking everything you got for this wet ass pancreas. Beat it up, you can catch a charge. You're extra large, extra hard. Pull this pancreas right through your face. Wiggle out your nose like a garden hose. Down your throat, I wanna ride. You're gonna gag while I'm inside. I'll slide your mouth if you look in my eyes. Your pancreas is wet, I'm gonna dive. Tie you up, you'll be surprised. It's role play, I'll wear a disguise. You're gonna park our Big Mac truck right in this little garage. Make us scream, make you scream out in public, make a scene. We don't cook, we don't clean, but let me tell you, I got this scream.
Oh my goodness, I am deceased. I am deceased. Hold on. All right, y'all, get it. I'm gonna get these screens right. Y'all get in this fucking Discord. Let's go. The monster did say that it loves beauty. I don't even remember. You know what? I'm away. I'm gonna tell that story where everybody's here. That end made up for not enough deaths. Wow, you wanted more people to die? Oh my goodness. Oh, y'all. Crying. Crying. All right, we'll wait for the folks to get all up in this Discord, and we'll discuss. We'll talk about it. Let me get my screen ready. Oh my goodness. We have this serious episode, and then
that's a heck of a way to end it.
You know how we do, Delvin.
Well, welcome to the after show.
Right, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, the
Wet ass
amazing
pancreas.
Delvin Cox, who has returned to podcasting and doing stuff. We love Delvin so much. If you have not listened to the Delvin Cox Experience, you're fucking up at life. So stop fucking up at life and go listen to the Delvin Cox Experience. And now I'm going to turn this over to him because I'm tired.
Thank you for that. Welcome to the after show, everybody. We've got through it. 4 episodes of a fantastic series with a fantastic cast. We've got some of the cast here. What a finale. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fantastic. You know, one of the things I enjoyed about it was, I know somebody would say like, that makes up for people not dying. Like, no, sometimes you don't need to kill everybody off. That, you know, when you do that, to me at least, when horror movies do the final girl thing all the time, then it just becomes a common trope that you expect. Right. Like, that's one of the things I liked about Deep Blue Sea. That the end of Deep Blue Sea, spoilers for Deep Blue Sea, a 20-year-old movie, the final girl died. And it was just LL Cool J and just on a raft. I'm like, oh, that's an interesting way to end this movie. No, I kind of really dug this movie. I kind of really dug everything that you guys did with this. And so much happened in this episode. It was just action-packed. It was fun. So many callbacks. Everything's in the one universe. I love that. I was shocked. Even though that was like, because when Crystal asked me to host this, I immediately said, let me go listen to all the episodes today to get a refresher and stuff like that and catch up, get my mind together, get my mind right for it. And I was catching some of the hints of like, oh, this is probably in the same universe. But I didn't know how expansive it was until all the pieces came together. Like, oh, this is really all in the same universe. And it really made me excited. So let me stop rambling. Let me stop talking. The cast is here. So let me ask the cast. I'll start with Gerald first, since Gerald's here right now. What was your thought process going in this episode? How did you feel about doing the series in whole? And just how you doing, brother?
First off, it's good to hear you, man. I miss
Thank you, brother. Miss you too, bro.
When Crystal, first reached out and asked me to play this, she's like, I need you to be my Noah. I didn't know what all that entailed. I found out, it was a horror, and it was like one of my first. This was like one of my first, horror themed projects. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to dig deep for this one. I'm used to playing like, soldiers, or I'm like, wait, I'm gonna be helpless, running from monsters.
I dug it. I really did.
So, thank you though for letting me play this character. After hearing all 4 episodes together, especially this one, that's like the culmination of everything. At some point I got really emotional, just hearing it all come together. Cause, man, like we had some crazy sessions, and like, when you're in the sessions, like they're fun and you're doing your lines. But it's nothing like hearing it for the first time all put together, by this amazing team. My God. And yeah, like I said, I'm kind of trying not to get choked up right now, but thank you again for letting me play this character. Thank you for letting me live.
I want to touch on that. I really appreciated listening to an audio drama or just something because I love horror movies where the people of color live. Like, it's so many movies and stuff you watch, and we're the first to go. So get to the final moments, like, oh, everybody lives. That's dope.
It was a running joke, especially when Tiani came on board. I'm like, oh man, there's 2 of us now. Which one of us is gonna make? Which one of us is gonna make it? I was before I got the final episode script, I was preparing myself for my death, for Noah's death.
Tiani was sacrificing him in sessions. She
Yeah.
was just like throwing him under the bus.
Kind of.
Absolutely. If there can only be one of us, I will be the one.
There was several moments I'm like, oh, Noah finna be out of here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was touch and go for a moment, but I'm reading through the script for the first time. I was just like, every time Noah came back, I'm like, yes, he lives.
Noah in the series looking like that SpongeBob character with all the bandages around.
Man, look, man, Noah been through it. He has been through it. He got fed up. He had enough. Yeah, man, it was great, man. And like and having incredible scene partners. Shout out to Lena, man. Like, she doing scenes with everybody, but especially between Noah and Katie, like, it makes you bring your A game every time. Like, every single time you hear the monologues that Katie says, and it just made it easy for me to fall into character for Noah and want to help her, protect her, and possibly die for her.
Let me get to that, because Lena did such a fantastic job.
Yes.
So I have to ask Lena this. Lena, how did you get in the mode of doing this? Because you had so many range of different emotions playing this character, whether it was anger, whether it was revenge, whether it was sorrow, whether it was pain. You did such an amazing job playing all these roles, with even the aspects, which I noticed, very little light elements of trauma that you're dealing with and you're experiencing, even in that final battle with the monster. What was that like for you, just portraying all of this? Because there was a lot to take in.
Well, thank you, first of all. I so this whole experience was the first time I ever met Crystal or anyone. Like she just brought me into this world and I was so nervous the first day when we had our first read, which was weirdly enough, I think it was almost 2 years ago now. It was like a New Year's Eve or something. And just being there and like being able to hear everyone, like Gerald said, like hearing how good everyone is and just like riffing off of each other, I feel like that really set the tone for the rest of everything with Don't Look. So I think carrying those interactions really made the characters feel robust and real. So by the time we got to this final confrontation, I was feeling what Katie was feeling. I was like, the fuck this monster. I just want it to die. So it
Yeah.
was really easy to get in that mindset just thinking about like everything everyone put into this, the sound design, the writing, the acting, like it just fuels your performance. And it was actually really fun and easy to just slip into Katie and like have a good time fucking up some monsters, being a little disturbed by monsters.
I'm glad you brought up the sound design because that was a really important aspect of these episodes in this show. And the whole thing of it tells you put your headphones on when you start and you hear the sound travel through your ears. It really brings you into the universe. So Pixel, you gotta let us know, how did you do it? Give us the secret sauce. What was the process like? Why do you keep giving us these disgusting sounds to hear these deaths and brutalizing and just bringing us into this world of like, listening to the sound, I thought of so many, like some of my favorite horror movies like Alien and Predator and things like that. And that's the things that came to my mind. So I'll just let you talk. Let you give me your process through this.
Family friendly. It's perfectly fine. Bring the kids. But Crystal and I did a bunch of tag teaming through this episode just because of how large it is, and I had so much fun working with her through the whole thing. It was a blast. Um, I had a lot of inspiration for movies like The Ring and The Grudge, in particular, like the phone on the ground, it's crawling through the phone. That was very inspired from The Ring. So I tried to take a bunch of my favorite horror games and films and try and apply small elements here and there for Don't Look.
I really dug that. I really dug how you kind of added these horror tropes and kind of just added your own little flair to them. And I really dug the story of this and just how everything came out. And what a great finale. just say that. What a great job. You should be commended for this. Yeah, hand claps.
I was hoping maybe I could fake some people out with the sad music near the end, maybe make people think that Katie was gonna,
Yeah, it worked. I'm like, oh, somebody finna die. I thought it was gonna be Gerald. Like, oh, the black guy finna die. Here we go.
The script, and when I hear it, I'm like, did they change something? Is this about to go different?
I'm shocked we both I mean, I'm happy, but I'm shocked we both lived. I also was ready to die. I was like, there's no way after everything they went through, they're just gonna walk away from this.
Yeah.
I love the fact that they did, because let's do it today. When you go from episode 1 and you hear the trauma they experienced in episode 2, from episode 2 on down, and you get to this point, like, they left. They were free, quote unquote, from the situation. I feel like this is a situation that you can't really be free from, because that trauma is going to always exist in your hearts and your minds. And then, these creatures, I don't think this was the last of them. This was just a group. So this could be easily an ongoing thing. But they were out of the situation. They got called back in to help someone else. And I thought that was a really important aspect of it, because they was facing their trauma. And it was coming to a head. So I feel like one of them dying would have been a little anticlimactic. Because you're like, because how I felt about it was they were facing their fears. Both characters were facing their fears, and they were coming to terms with what happened. And they were fighting to kind of like, overcome that. And because the whole theme of them were talking about like we didn't get therapy. This was their fucking therapy, and I really dug it. And how it came out, you go from tragedy to triumph. I just really dug the whole process of it. Well written, to say the least.
Very, very well written.
I think something else that's really cool about that is that if you go back to listen to episode 1, like Noah and Katie both sound different. It's like over time, they sound a little bit more hardened when they speak. And it's
Yes.
really cool how like Gerald did that. And I was like, you know what? I think we both did that. That's really cool. It's like they were in sync, the characters, which I really enjoyed. And I feel like that makes a lot of sense, like them processing this and like trying to become better, kind of, but they're not better yet because they've gone through all this shit. They haven't worked on it. Maya has to keep them alive a couple times, but it all works out. It all works out thanks to Maya.
Let's get to it. Maya is one of my favorite characters in this series. She did an amazing job. Tiani, you're just like a ray of sunshine. Your voice, your energy, I loved it all. Like just give me your process with working with this because I loved it, honestly. I thought it was great.
Thank you. Yeah, Crystal contacted me one day and she's like, so if you were to be in like a horror drama, what type of character would you want to play? That's how she started it off, and that's how Maya came to be. And thank you so much for reaching out because this has been amazing. As for Maya going in, I was like, yeah, Maya just wants to get the hell out of there. That's the whole name of the game, survive. Maya did not want to be the one black girl who had to die.
And I really dug that. Her whole mindset was now.
Yeah,
she was kind of the voice of the people. Like, no, I'm getting the hell out of here. We have to go. I don't care about any of this other stuff. The monsters can stay where they at.
Exactly.
Let's go.
She was like, I don't know about no Craig. I don't know about a monster, but look, I'm out. Thank you.
Yes. They killed Craig in the creek off. I was very disappointed by that and sad.
Oh man, Maya was great. I loved her character, and I loved working with Gerald and Lena. They always bring it each and every time, so you have no choice but to be in there and bringing your own A game too. So it was great.
I agree. What I loved about this so well is that one, you all did fantastic. Crystal, you guys do an amazing job of getting cast and putting them in the right roles that fit. And I bring this up because you have the cast is here with us right now. Then you have the monsters who play such an integral role in this series. And what I really dug about this was you hear from the monsters, you hear their thought process, and it's horrifying. And I really dig that because, I'm a big horror fan. You watch movies like Nightmare on Elm Street. You watch Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th is a perfect example. Jason's going out there murdering people. You don't really hear his thought process to know what's going through his mind when it happens. You have sometimes you have visual cues that kind of let you know, this is what he's going through. But hearing what's in the monster's mind and their thought process, and they're just like, nah, I'm just hungry. I'm going to eat. And then it goes from I'm just hungry and I want to eat to no, I want to punish and torture these people because I don't like them or they're fun. This is my rival. I really dug that. So I have to ask Crystal, what was your process in writing the monsters and writing the characters in this series?
So when we had Jake read the very first part, I hope I'm remembering this right, babe. I'm pretty sure Jake read the monster on accident. Like he was just fucking around. And he also did sound effects in that first read, by the way. So when we got that first opening scene of just David, he gave the monster a voice. And he was also doing, it was incredible. It was an incredible first thing. But
Your mic is a bit low, babe.
Sorry. But when I realized that he had done that, he's the one that made it work. Because when I heard him as the monster, I was like, oh, now I can play with this. Now I can. Because listen, I just be doing shit. Y'all, anybody who works with me know, like, I just be doing shit. I just be asking y'all y'all do shit, and then it just works, and it's incredible, like how this magic just keeps happening. I don't understand how we keep doing it, but we keep doing it, so now it's amazing. But it was literally a happy accident with Jake, and then with Ty, I found Ty through Gerald, and I listened to his demo reel, and I was like, oh, he can be a monster too. Because there had to be more than one. we can't just have one. That's no fun. And then when Ty came on board, he and Jake, they didn't even get a chance to read together. And they just complimented each other so well. So this is literally like I have an idea, and then I am blessed by working with such amazing talent that they make it work. Because I feel like it's really easy for the monster to have come off like as corny or had, not land, especially like when he's talking to you and he's supposed to be scary when he's like, hey, do you hear me? You can just take your headphones off anytime you want. But Jake just somehow incredible. Like, Jake is Lancoro, Jake is David. Like, Jake just somehow also dug deep and brought out like a supernatural serial killer. So I just wrote some stuff, and then Jake was like, I got it, Crystal. And that's how we're here.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So let me ask the cast. I want to ask the fun question, you guys. So after reading these scripts and stuff like that and hearing about these monsters, do you look up now?
Eyes to the ground, eyes to the ground.
Exactly. Especially if you hear a skittering sound somewhere. Nope.
No, I've begun wearing hats with lids, so I don't have. If I do look up, I can't see anything. So it's like, okay.
I have a funny story for you guys that you may appreciate.
Oh boy.
So the office I work in now, right? I just started working there for like 2 months ago now. As of late, there has been random noises that happens in the office. And it's not like a creaking sounds like that. It's like the door will open and close, and the door is locked, and we will hear it. And one time, as I'm listening to the episode today at work, I hear the noise, and I look at the back door. Back door is locked, and I asked the person working, like, "You heard that noise, right?" She's like, "Yes, I did." I'm like, "No one's at that fucking door." And she's like, "No, they're not. No one's here. It's just us two." And like, she can't get near the door. We're like up front. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna act like I didn't hear nothing. I'm gonna stop listening to this episode. I'm good right now. So my job is haunted.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Look, the funny thing is, I don't know if the rest of the cast is like this, but it definitely was like this in our sessions. It's crazy how, as an actor, like, you can be going through these, like, reading these in crazy scenes, traumatic experiences, and then be like, literally like, oh, fucking kill you. How was that? Was that okay? Was that all right? And I did, like, we would finish like this episode 4. I obviously, for me, was like the most stressful episode.
He was.
But you still better to sound sultry and stuff during the scenes.
Whatever.
he was upset about that in the Twitch chat, Gerald. Delvin's like, God damn it, his sexy voice doing this narration.
You just go upstairs and cook dinner for the family. Like, you wasn't just downstairs in the booth screaming about bloody murder. But yeah, I mean, but speaking on that, like, this episode again, thank you, Crystal, for letting me flex those muscles. Like, just being able to. There's so many different versions of Noah, so to speak, and Crystal challenged me with a lot of the writing in a great way. And so when I'm like, oh, we were in the session, and I was like, oh, I didn't know I was going to be narrating. And I'm like, oh, she was like, yep. But she was like, you got this. And so, but it was great. And that's one thing I really loved about this episode, is because the first 3 episodes, it kind of, Katie does, like, and I tell Lena this, that like how incredible work that it was, but like Lena did all the heavy lifting. Like in them first 3 episodes, like I said, it made it easy for me to, piggyback off that. But in this episode, everybody kind of got their turn because we got separated. And it was like
It was great.
things going on simultaneously. We had different perspectives, and all of us got to you kind of got a peek inside of our each character, all the other characters' minds, right? And that's what made it extra stressful for me hearing it. It's like, oh my god, like there was no breaks. There was no breaks. You go from one character to the next to get fucked with to the next character. So, and it's like, bravo, Crystal. That was and Pixel for just putting this all together. It's wild.
No, for real. Like I was there, like, wait a second, I know how the script goes, but why am I feeling this way listening to this? Oh my gosh. It was so good.
I love that we made y'all nervous, like we changed something. Go ahead, babe.
I don't want to make this worse for anyone, but does anyone know what that skittering noise actually is?
Oh God, do we
No.
want to know?
You want to know? Yeah.
I want to know.
Well, for one, you can thank Bander for finding it for me, but
Of course she did. Of course she
So we
did.
know who to go after.
yep, I'm just gonna put credit where credit is due. But the noise is actually a tarantula
Please
running
don't.
on a laminated floor.
I had a feeling you were
Oh,
about to say
fuck that.
And
Absolutely not.
as if it wasn't bad already, you just made it. You just made it 1,000 times
We
worse.
let Bander listen to that monster scene last night where the two of them were talking, and she was all like, "More chittering sounds." And I was like,
Absolutely not.
and I
No.
In your headphones, it's wild. It's
Yeah.
awful. It's so awful.
It's terrible in your headphones. It's terrible.
Yeah.
So sharing is caring. There you go.
Thanks for that.
It's also
So-
really weird when like the monster is speaking in your headphones because it almost feels like Jake is licking your ear. Like it sounds so
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
But the noise too.
There are times when I'm like, get out of here. Like the scene that when Noah's like it's like I feel breathing, and then something wet on the back of his. I'm like, really? That was easy to get into because
Gerald looked so uncomfortable narrating that scene. He did. He was like standing up in his booth like this the whole time. Y'all, I got it on video. He just looked so uncomfortable the whole session. It was great.
Oh man.
So let me ask each one of the cast members, what was your favorite scene in this series? It's a hard question, huh? It's a lot.
It is. I think for me, it's when Katie finally had enough. And, she was like, all right, that's it, monster. It's you and me. I'm going in. One of us is going to die today. Like, it was just so good.
It really was. I'm like, she like went inside the monster and like, oh, that's one way to kill it.
Mhm.
That was wild. I did not expect that to happen. I'm just like, what?
This is a small scene. I have two. This one is, I really like when Maya and Eden are talking and they're just like, it's so fun because it's just like this airhead ghost hunter. She's like, I want to get subscribers and I want to get money for my YouTube. And Maya's just like, bitch, come on, we're not doing this. And it's just, I really like that scene because it feels like a moment of calm before everything goes to shit. So I really enjoy that. And
Kill
I
the
really
fuck
like,
out of her.
I know. So fast too. Like just happened so quickly. And I really like the scene. I think it's episode 2 when at the start with the car crash when they're like trying to get out and they see how everything around them is fucking decimated and they're like, what the fuck is happening? I like those two scenes a lot.
Mhm.
I'm going to cheat and combine the end of episode 1 and the beginning of episode 2, just the whole car scene and the argument and things just going awry. And then the beginning of episode 2 and everybody is just dying. Just bodies after bodies. But it's hard, man. There's so many. Um, but I want to any scene with any scene with Tiani in it, like because it's her character is such a breath of fresh air to the story, like in the the situation that's going on. Like there's this lightness to it. She adds like this lightness to it, but also at the same time, it's like the audience like get the fuck out of there. Like listen, like we know we don't want to do this. I think that just it balanced everything out so so well. Um, but yeah, just Tiani has. I'm jealous. She has some of the best one-liners. Like
So many.
so many one-liners. She is when she's talking about the knife, describing the knife scene. I'm just like engrossed in everything she said, and how she describing it like she just watched like a YouTube video. Oh, I'm stuck in that. Oh man, yeah, and then what is it? The flamethrower. Yeah, the flamethrower bit was just chef touch. Like so. Yeah, fantastic.
All right, Pixel, you ain't out of this. You gotta get your favorite scene.
I have to, babe. I have to call you out. That vent scene made me so uncomfortable. That
Me
is
too.
easily one of my
Me too.
favorites. Because I hadn't heard it yet. Because we were just doing our own thing, and it was the first time I heard it was during the live, and I'm sitting here scrunching in on myself, like, please make it stop. So good, so fucking well done, babe.
Thank you. Hope I
All right,
made Jared
I'm
a
not
little
gonna
bit nervous while he was listening to it, going, "Did she
Yeah.
fucking write me
Yeah,
out? Did she?"
I've noticed that about Crystal, that she likes to torture me. So she's like, yeah, let me do this scene. Let me get this scene.
There's a reason why we're all afraid when a message from Crystal shows up out of the blue. We're just like, oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you all always say yes, so it's like,
Yeah.
of course.
Because it turns out amazing every time.
There you
Like
go.
there's never a question in my mind as to, I'm just like, okay, what you need? All right. Like,
How you
and
fucking
then
me up
like
today, Crystal?
and we get in there and she just kind of lets us run wild. Like, and what she's, Crystal's like what do you call it? Actors, directors, whatever. But the way she worked, like the way Crystal knows how to work with actors and bring out so many different levels of emotion and crazy things like in this show, I've said things, done things that I've never expected to. But that's the beauty of it. Like, it's that escapism that as an actor you live for those moments where you get to be someone completely different from yourself. Now, like I said, Noah's not that far from me, but I want to say he handles things a little better than than I would,
They
especially in
all
this
do.
episode, because I'm just like, bruh. Like when they was at the, before when they were at the, the apartment in episode 2, and Katie's like, I gotta go, and now if I was Noah, I'd be like, no, you don't, you really don't. Like, yes, and so it would have been like, wait, damn it, now I gotta go. I can't be the punk.
No, but literally, if I received that message from Sydney, I would have been like, I never heard anything. Just delete it. It's fine.
Yeah, I want her to pull up my no habla inglés.
Oh man. Yep.
Yeah, no.
No, it was doing
Absolutely
good.
not.
He came back in from his run. He was like, shit, I know that look.
I wasn't going. It's like, tell me how it work out for y'all. Good luck with that shit. Go where? With who? Absolutely not. I start sounding like my mama back in the 80s. In the name of Jesus, nope. I rebuke you. I go on there.
I would have been in like the escape van outside the hospital,
hospital
to pick
too?
him up.
No, hospital? Nah, absolutely not. Nope. That sounds horrible. So, let me ask you this, Crystal.
Mm-hmm.
One, you ducked the question, so it's cool.
Oh,
I'm not gonna let you put you on the spot. You ain't gonna pick between your favorite kids and what's your favorite scene. I'm not gonna do that.
Thank you.
I'm gonna ask you about your process of making this in terms of blending the universes together. Because I really dug that.
Mm-hmm.
And don't spoil it, because I want to know what this means for the Tales of the Forgotten Network universe in terms of like, hey, is this all one universe? Is there a multiverse?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on here? Because there's a lot of things going on. I'm like, huh?
Okay. It's a fair question. So we are not like the MCU in that you have to watch everything to get caught up. So don't think that. You can pick whatever show you like. But there are threads.
Absolutely not. Hold on, no. Watch everything. Listen to everything.
Well, yeah, you should listen to all of our stuff because it's
should
awesome.
listen to everything.
Yes,
No.
but you don't like. It's not required. Like you should.
It's required. I'm telling you to watch it.
Never mind. So
Fuck that.
Listen to all that shit, motherfucker.
Exactly. If I had to watch and listen to my friends have sex, y'all have to listen to every goddamn show. You have no choice.
He's so mad about that.
He's never gonna let it go.
He's never gonna let that go. He's never gonna let that go. It's great. Yes, so there are some universes that are connected because I thought that would be so. One of the things that I love so much, you guys know me, I'm a huge fucking nerd. I love like TV shows and horror and all that kind of stuff. But one of my favorite TV shows is Fringe. And what I loved about Fringe was the nerds on the fucking internet that not only dissected the episodes, what would be like, did you see that whiteboard? And did you see this? And it would always be like something in the episode that you have to pick up. When I was watching it with Pixel again, because it's rare that I can get Pixel to binge a TV show with me, but she binged Fringe. And there is an episode, and I'm not even gonna spoil it for anybody. I'm gonna just say, because if you know, you know, in like the very beginning, there's an episode where Peter says to Walter, "Let me get the red toothbrush." And I damn near fell out my fucking chair. If you know, you know. I just love little shit like that. So the idea that we could subtly connect some of these universes together was just fun for me. It's literally just like a fun thing for me. I think it'll be a fun thing for fans, new fans and old fans as they come and they stumble into this. I can just tell you that Snarky, Don't Look, and Fairy Tale are all in the same universe. I can tell you that Vampire Beginnings has a connection to something else, and there will be other shows. So not all shows would be connected to each other, but it's more like, this block of shows might be in their own universe, and then this block of shows might be in their universe. Tales After Dark, Please is going to be part of a larger universe that I'm co-writing with someone. And we actually put like hints in there about the main characters that you will meet in future episodes. So it's just been fun for us to do. It's just been fun for us to do. And I thought it would just be hilarious if Fairy Tale and Don't Look were in the same fucking universe. And then this episode came along and I was like, oh, it could also be in Snarky's universe, because Snarky's universe is like, that's my monster. There will be a lot of shows that connect to Snarky because I can.
And I appreciate, as a person who's read the Snarky books, I appreciate the little Easter eggs being laid in and kind of.
Tiani hasn't read Snarky, Delvin, so Tiani has no idea how amazing it is that, one, that she was mocking Stefano Terenzio, and two, that she said that line. Like, she has no idea the significance of it, and I fucking love it.
Yes, it's amazing.
Now I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
I can't wait for it, honestly. It's going to be a wild ride. I can't wait to hear it. I can't wait to see all the balls rolling and getting that process started. I hope to see all of you in the series.
I was waiting for her to say that "Don't Look" is in the universe with "Please." And,
I know, right?
And I was like, man, when Noah meets Seth, like his doppelganger, Noah will be pissed. Like, oh, you got the better universe, dude.
I was more worried. I was worried when I was going. Like, this is the same way universe. Please, I'm scared Chris gonna have me fuck this alien.
Well, you see, there's a special episode featuring the monster. The music.
Can you imagine poor Tasha and Naya meeting? I mean, maybe Tasha should meet Naya. They could like go to the fucking fairy tale universe. She can calm the fuck down. Like,
good point.
But yeah, some of the universe. You know, I don't have a favorite scene, but I can talk about favorite moments. I can say that, and I can say that there's a couple of things that this incredible cast did that made my heart so happy as a writer. Like, you guys literally. I appreciate you so much every day. And so when I get like all mushy and shit on Twitter, like that's not just me, like that's literally just me being like, oh my God, I fucking love y'all. Thank you so much for coming and playing in my universe. Like, it's real. But first of all, I got to give shout out to Kay, because I gave Kay an iconic fucking line and Kay fucking killed it. Like, I don't know if anybody noticed that Kay got an iconic fucking line, but they did, and they fucking killed it. So shout out to Kay, who was probably like working. Amazing job this episode. But the beats that I love that these actors portrayed is that a lot of times in media, and we've talked about this, Delvin, on like our pods and stuff like that, is that anger is usually this thing that's bad, right? Like, you're not allowed to be angry. Like, even like if we think about the origin story in Wakanda Forever of Namor, like, you know, he literally like went back to his homeworld, saw they were slaves, got pissed off, and now he's a villain. And I'm like, the fuck? You know, in She-Hulk, like She-Hulk was getting clowned, got pissed off about it, and everybody was like, oh, that's bad. You know, so
all the Jedi.
Right. So it's always that anger is this bad thing that we're supposed to suppress. But I wanted to 86 that, because I think that anger can be very powerful, and especially in using a situation like this. And Lena delivered the line so perfectly that the anger was literally freeing instead of being afraid of this thing. Once she got pissed off, that paralytic effect that it had over her was gone. It was absolutely gone. And it was the same for Noah as well. I loved how angry all these characters got about their situation. Like, yes, they were absolutely terrified, and poor Maya was like, the fuck did I just do? Because you're looking at a monster, like, that's real. But they all did such a great job of portraying their vulnerability, but also portraying that anger that I think is in a healthy way. But because what else are you gonna do? Like, what are you just supposed to be afraid of this thing, or are you supposed to get really fucking angry and fight back? If there's a monster in my room, I'm gonna pee myself and die. I'm gonna just be real. But I hope that I could channel my inner Katie, my inner Noah, my inner Naya, my inner Sydney, and have that moment of, no, fuck that. Let's do something about it, because I think we need more of a fuck that, let's do something about it attitude. So kudos to all the actors for portraying that over the course of this series and how it ramped up. I love that so much. So good. So
I agree. I think it's very important to, you know, display all your emotions, whether it's sadness, sorrow, anger, happiness, because that's part of the human struggle in life. You know, you have emotions for a reason, to express them and to let things out. And I think this series does a great job of displaying all those emotions. You know, and I think we need more of that in media. Period. You know, being angry is not a bad thing. You're allowed to get mad. You're allowed to have rage. You're allowed to have feelings. Characters are allowed to have many layers to them. And I appreciate that. As long as I've known Crystal, and as long as I've known her and read her series and listened to her series, all her characters display a multitude of range and emotions, and it reflects the world they live in. And I love the fact that she now has people who can help her create these things and bring them to life and give voices to these projects. And I'm eternally grateful for that. And I'm eternally grateful for all of you doing such a fantastic job on this series. I love the horror stuff, and I really enjoyed listening to this and thinking of some of my favorite series like Aliens. I thought of at some point in time listening to this. I thought of The Predator. When you're listening to the creatures talking, you kind of like they're hunting. I thought of so many of my favorite series, and I feel like the monster in this series fits right in the same category as those iconic creatures. And you guys brought all these characters to life for everybody to see, and I think you guys need to be commended for that. Awesome job.
By the way, are you guys okay? Because a lot of those angry screens felt like y'all were really feeling that. So y'all all right?
Some of it was not accurate.
Yeah, right?
Especially by episode 4, yeah.
Like, Lena, you good, girl? Because I was like, you're doing what Lena's like, I got really fucking angry. I'm like, oh, damn.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like what Gerald was saying earlier, which is funny. It's like you do these emotional scenes or you're like crying 1 second and then the next someone says something totally stupid and you're just like all laughing like nothing happened. Like it's so weird. You flip a switch out of nowhere. But no, it was so fun. Honestly, I thought Katie was gonna go through some worse shit when you were like, oh, I'm writing like some stuff for Katie. I was like, oh god, the monster is gonna be licking her, like doing some weird shit. I'm ready. It was strange.
We did because I checked because I wanted. So it's so important because Delvin, because a horror fan, it's so hard to stick the landing in horror. Like it's so like either everybody fucking dies or the way that they kill the monster or whatever it is they're fighting is dumb as shit, and you're just like, why did I just waste 2 hours of my life? So it was super important that we stuck the landing. So I checked in with everybody. I was like, so how you want your character? How you want it to go? Everybody was like, I want to live. I was like, we could probably make that happen. We could probably, but we really checked in. Yeah, we really checked in with Lena because I was like, I'm about to do some weird shit. You ready? She was like, yeah.
Well, speaking of the weird shit, I gotta ask. The blood. I feel like that was left out there for a reason. I know they're like, oh, we can do a blood transfusion. I'm like, I don't know how that works. I don't know if that's gonna work. You don't know what the fuck this thing is. You're like, oh, blood transfusion, y'all be all right. Like, I will ask Lena. I'll ask Lena first, and I ask Gerald. What do you think? I'm not gonna ask Crystal because Crystal, don't say nothing. Don't spoil it for us. But what do both of you think of the blood situation and what happened at the end with everything?
Gerald has left chat.
Uh-oh.
I feel like it could go either way, I do feel like it's a weird alien compound, so maybe it doesn't even stay in your blood. Maybe it gets absorbed by your muscles or some shit, like you can't actually get it out. But also, I feel like Noah and Katie are not on the best sort of like foot with the government and shit. Like I don't feel like they would trust them to do a transfusion or something, like she says at the end, like, you're not putting us in a room or something to study us, right? So I feel like maybe they decline. I know they're both like grossed out by this thing, but maybe it's just like they've dealt with all of this. The government has proven incapable and like kind of incompetent until the end. So it's like, do we really trust them to get this stuff out of us?
No.
What are they going to do with like whatever the fuck sample they take out? So maybe they decline and they keep whatever weirdness comes with that.
I imagine if there's a sequel or some sort of spin-off, the opening scene would be Katie and Noah breaking out of some lab in the hospital gowns in the middle of Antarctica somewhere.
I like it.
There might be some
Maya driving the van.
Yeah. Some symbiosis effects going on with the blood and the creatures that they have to deal with, and trying to maybe use it for good. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I don't see it ever ending for them. They're gonna get called back into action somehow, some way.
All I will say is that what happens next is Pixel's fault. because
Oh no.
Oh no, she's already trying to blame someone
We
else.
are
Lord.
screwed.
Listen.
Pixel gave me the idea, and it actually feeds into another story that we wanted to do. So we just connected stories up in here, and it's Pixel's fault. What happens next to Maya, to Katie and Noah? I'll just let y'all know.
Thanks. After party is, yeah, I got another job. The other part is like, no.
So let me ask Tiani, what would you like to see happen to your character? Since we asked them.
Oh man, I mean, I feel like now she's locked in with Katie and Noah. You know, we've already survived one time, so I guess we might as well ride it on out. Because when she asked Noah, like, "Oh wait, so you were in the armory and your first thought wasn't to get a gun? You just wanted to go over there and drink some monster blood?" Okay.
Yeah. Well.
Like, all right, I feel like we're locked in. She recognizes these people are a little crazy. We're just gonna do what we have to do. Write it
Maya,
out and
she
see where it
wanted
goes.
to leave, and now she's stuck with them forever.
Exactly.
Our babysitter. Like I imagine, like after this, like time later, if like Noah and Katie knock on the door of her RV, and it's like, we need your help, and she's like, hell no, and closes the door.
Exactly. Close it immediately.
Right, but then reluctantly, like you hear her in there cursing, like fuck, shit. And then she opens it. Fine. What is it this time?
Maybe they have like designated dinner dates like every Friday, right? And they knock on the door when it's not Friday, and she's like, "No,
no." We agreed.
Well, she has a YouTube channel to run now.
Yes. In Eden's memory.
Yeah. Might need a new co-host though.
Sydney would be like a really cool co-host. I feel like
Noah's
they bonded through like the shit they went through, so
Yeah.
I feel like that'll work.
Because Noah just be like, oh, we'll just go get another YouTuber then. No.
There's plenty of them out there.
No. She's like, how dare you?
Exactly.
Just might do some background checks on a couple of them though.
I know I said I would sacrifice you, but dang, Cole.
Fantastic.
So let me ask you all this. One question. Crystal gets some money. We're making this baby a movie.
Oh shit.
Who are we casting in y'all roles? Well, y'all gonna play y'all own roles.
I have a face for radio.
You absolutely do not.
Nobody wants
to handsome man.
Sir,
You talk about.
sir, stop it. Stop it.
where's Kels? I'm gonna tell."
I know. Kels is here. Kel no.
No. You know who I would get to play Noah? I would like to play Noah. Is I can't think of his name, but How to Get Away with Murder. Has anybody seen How to Get Away with Murder? The first season, West. I think his name was Wesley.
West.
Yeah, that guy. I think he would play a good Noah because he kind of has that in the like soft side, but clearly when he gets pissed off, he can have that kind of. Yeah, I think he would be a good Noah.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like I would hope it would be somebody new, a new face. Like I want it to be somebody new.
I'm gonna have a hard time casting somebody to lay down your snark.
Mm.
It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough.
Yeah, similar to Gerald, I do not have a face. Like I can't face act. My face is always, I don't know. I don't know what it does. I can voice act, can't face act. If I could use a time machine, I would pick Michelle Rodriguez from like when she was in Resident Evil, like when she played Rain in Resident Evil, like around that time period.
Okay, I like that answer.
Yeah.
I feel like she's definitely the type that you could picture shrinking and going inside a monster and just beating it the fuck up.
That's 100%. I have no idea who I would cast as them, Delvin. I don't know. I couldn't.
Well, you were in the project. Who would you cast as your character?
Who would I cast as Eden? Fuck, I don't know. I have no idea. I feel like Eden was that anybody could play Eden. I feel like we could get anybody who can just play somebody who just ain't got no damn sense. Ain't got no, all the time. Me and Pixel watch scary movies. We like, does nobody have a damn self-preservation instinct? Anything? No, there was no moment where your little gut was telling you, maybe I shouldn't go in there.
Probably turn around.
Right. maybe turn around. Like, damn, you got your best friend looking you deep in her eyes going, maybe don't go in there. Maybe we don't do this.
Yeah.
If you race bend Eden, it could be Anna Faris or whatever her name is from Scary Movie.
Oh my God, yes.
Okay, I like that. Feel like Tiani's character can be played by Keke Palmer.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Especially in Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%. All right, we at least got one person cast, maybe two, maybe three. It's good. It's good. Take no Hollywood. Pay us. We'll let you have it.
Yeah.
We holla at me. We'll talk.
Let Pixel do all the sound design, please.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh
just
my
let her-
God, give me a whole Foley studio, please.
Yes. Just give her the bag. That's all you gotta do. Just give her the bag. Not a problem.
I'm a little selfish, so I'm going to say let's make it animated so that we can all reprise our roles.
There you go. Yep.
Let's do that.
Now I'm trying to think, is this something we can actually do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get the team behind Castlevania to
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I don't have Castlevania money. I might have like South Park season 1 money.
We'll figure it out. But yeah. I absolutely want us to animate this. I think this would be fucking incredible.
That is actually a really good idea.
As an animation. I was actually thinking about that when we were listening tonight. I was like, I'm gonna have to change some of this narration so I can fit it more with the animation. We'll figure it out.
Every time
Really?
I use Clip Studio Paint, anytime they advertise their animation section, I always look at it like,
I have it and I look at it and I'm just like, I'm not going
Yeah.
down that rabbit hole. I don't have enough time. What I'm doing.
This is why we outsource people to animate this.
I'm gonna have to consult with y'all because it's a series. It's like it's on our to-do list now. Like, no, fuck it. We're gonna animate this. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I follow that amazing guy on Twitter who was just like, yeah, I just quit my job and I animated a whole damn series like by myself. I'm like, oh, okay,
yeah.
right. You know what I'm talking about?
This
Like,
is.
y'all, oh my
Was it
God,
like World's End or something
World's
like that.
Oh
that
my
guy?
God, it's
Mhm.
yeah, he's incredible. He's like, yeah, I just fucking
Mhm.
animated a whole thing by myself, and I'm like, how?
Oh yeah. That,
We need to holler at him.
Yeah.
Just do episode 1 and see how you like it. Just try it on.
I think we could do episode 1 and then just fundraise the shit out of it. You know, like maybe episode 1, a little bit of episode 2, like maybe like the first like 90 minutes or not 90 minutes, but maybe like first like 45 minutes or so. Do that because the first scene of episode 2 is so good. I feel like we have to.
Yeah.
I feel like that's really had them just walking away. That's what really would suck you in. So we gotta
get a cool animatic done for it. And
we just gotta
fun,
figure out what kind of art style we want to do.
fundraising.
It would also really work in like in a video game.
Yeah. That's also a good idea.
It'd be a fun video game. No.
Yeah.
we shared the same brain cell, Lena, because I literally just typed that in the chat.
It would be so good. I would love to play that sort of game.
Well, I wouldn't want to play it. I would want to watch somebody play it on YouTube because no, not me, but you know,
me and
y'all.
you, Tiani, we right here. We right here on
the
that.
Maya sequences. You gotta at least play the Maya sequences.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'll watch it on YouTube because they're gonna have to play it back anyway, so I'll watch.
Do it up like Resident Evil, change perspectives at some point.
I like it.
Yeah.
Great.
All right. Any final thoughts before we go? Because this has been amazing.
Just to reiterate, thank you, Crystal, Pixel.
Yes, the after credit scene was unhinged, and I loved it.
I was not expecting that as an after credit.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck are we gonna like? Is this a setup for a next episode?
I'm like,
something that we don't know.
I didn't record anything.
Right.
Like where the extra.
So I don't, babe. Maybe you can remember. I don't remember what happened that I just decided that I was gonna write MonsterVerse.
You can blame Bander again because Bander's the one that said instead of wet ass pussy, it's wet ass pancreas.
Yeah.
So Bander said
and
that.
then you got inspired.
I got inspired, so I wrote a
remember
whole verse, right? And I put it in the Discord. And I didn't expect anything to happen. I was just like, LOL, I wrote some shit, here it is. And then literally like 30 minutes later, Jake, who's like never around, Jake, who just like comes in like a fucking spy and then fucking leaves, right? Like, Jake, where the hell is Jake, right? And Jake's so busy. We love Jake. But then just 30 minutes later, Jake's just like, here you go. And I'm like, the fuck? Surprise Pikachu. So apparently he got inspired too. Like, I don't know.
It was like 30 minutes, not even an hour.
It happened so fast. I think he offered to like redo it too for like the fucking. Jake likes playing the monster way too much, y'all. I don't know how we should feel about that. I think Jake likes the monster more than he likes Lancoro. Like no, I just want to say thank you so much to this incredible cast. I'm so proud of us that we've got another amazing audio drama out there for the masses to enjoy. So I'm incredibly grateful to all of you. The talent that I get to work with is fucking mind-blowing. It's all you guys' fault. It's taken me so long to go through all my roster applications. It's y'all's fault. So the next time somebody comes in Discord and asks us what's going on with the roster, I'm gonna be like, that's it. I'm just gonna fucking flail around. Because you guys are all incredible. So thank you so much for playing in my world and doing such a great job with these characters and bringing this to life. Because I think we stuck the landing on this one, and that's because of y'all. Y'all killed it.
I agree. What a fantastic job. Fantastic cast. I loved it. Every moment of it. Much like the creature in Little House of Horrors, feed me more. This is great. It's fantastic. I can't wait till the next project comes up. You have any idea, Crystal? What's next? What's next on the horizon?
Yeah, so if you love Tiani being snarky,
yes.
So yeah, well, here we go. Next up is Vampire Beginnings. So it is our original vampire tale. It is the prequel to the actual very big vampire story that we are going to write. So this is kind of the beginning tales of what happens on planet Lemuria and the vampires and stuff. And Tiani is back as her. She plays Boise, the main character's BFF, and she fucking kills it. And there's more sexy voices in there for you, Delvin, but I don't think they're your friends, so it'll be okay for you to listen to this one. And
Okay.
yeah, it's more action romancy.
I'm not in it.
You're not in this one yet.
That's the key word, yet.
Yeah, no, it is more action romancy. This story. I fucking love it. It's one of my favorite stories because I have Maganda and Isaac read some ridiculous fucking shit. Like, and they just fucking do it, man. Even like fucking I cannot wait for y'all to hear Tiani and Isaac argue in character. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, I cannot
That's gonna be
wait
great.
for that nonsense because that's just fucking amazing. So we've got a lot of it done. So we're gonna take a week off because I do have to fucking finish these roster applications, and then next week. Boom, 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 Vampire Beginnings, and then there will be a pretty long break because Snarky's a monster, but it's coming. Snarky will launch this year. We just gotta get some work done. So that's
There'll also be some tiny short stories here and there dispersed in between Snarky.
Yes. So sign up for our newsletter because our newsletter is fucking awesome. In our newsletter, you get 2 to 5 minute short stories. I have the first interview we did was with Lena. And then we're going to interview more of our voice actors in these little snippets. There's some cool character audio files, and those are the types of things that we put on. So our newsletter isn't just like, hey, we released the episode. Do you want to listen to it? It's not like that. It's not like that. Like we try to put our newsletter like in character, because I really love the idea of like an ancient hallway that's just got all these stories, and you get to go through the hallway and like pick out the story you want to listen to. So like, I'm fucking a nerd like that. So go to our
Love
website, talesoftheforgotten.com, sign up for the newsletter. That launches next month as well. And we've already got a couple of unhinged stories recorded. I get to play one of my favorite unhinged characters.
Love it. All right, everybody, let them know your projects you got before we go. Like, I guess you go first, Joe. We'll go down the...
what can I talk about?
A lot.
That I won't get sniped from a distance on. Be on the lookout for more DLC coming for My Time at Sandrock, video game. We just won an Xbox Achievement Award for the game, and
Awesome.
have a couple more video games coming out soon. Yeah. So I don't want to give anything away, so just follow me on Twitter at 0GXERO_GEE. And I run my mouth on there about everything and anything that I can talk about with voice acting. And you will, and www.artofg, G with GEE again, has everything on there too. So yeah.
There you go. Lena.
I have not been doing much voice acting lately. I've been focusing on like writing a bit more because my brain cycles. So sometimes I get distracted and I focus on one thing more than the other. So I decided to go back to writing a bit, which has been fun, but I love to voice act. So hire me, people. I don't know. Just I'll make it fun, I promise.
Don't worry, I got you. I'm gonna slide into your DM soon, Lena. Don't worry.
Oh no, I'm scared again.
All right, Pixel. Let me know where to find you and what you got going on. Cause I know you got stuff going on. Cause you sell stuff, woman.
I do. When I'm not torturing main characters over at Tales, you can find me on the dumpster fire that is Twitter. And you can also find me on Etsy and Go Imagine as Cypher Emporium, where I make some Twitch graphics, and I also weave little creatures to life with the power of yarn. And I'm also a language enthusiast that consumes my life. So if you want to talk about language learning, I'm also here.
There you go. Tiani.
Yes, what do I have coming out? Run for Mummies. The game is dropping in about the end of July. And then I also have another audiobook coming out soon, the Anti-Racism Handbook, coming out in July as well. And for everything else that I can't talk about, just follow me on Twitter at Tiani Ma. And you can also follow me on my website, voicebytiani.com. And yeah.
It's awesome. And I guess that's everybody.
I should think me and Tiani got a couple more projects together coming up. So
Oh.
that we can't talk about, but yeah.
Look at this tease.
Whenever I see his name, I'm like, yes.
I love it. Love that. I know. Look at them. Just,
Hello.
that's it. Killing them both off the next show.
All right, who's next to get their ear licked by a monster?
Well, won't be the first time this happened to me. Probably won't be the last.
Delvin, thank you so much for coming on and hosting this for us tonight and being such a supporter of Tales. In case you guys didn't know, Delvin Cox is one of the board members of the Tales of the Forgotten Fiction Network, so we run a lot of things by Delvin to make sure that he approves of them before we release them. So thank you to Delvin.
Yes. No problem.
He specifically requested that I get no more sex scenes.
I did not request that at all.
We're gonna have like this amazing competition too, because we've got more Tales After Dark planned. So I'm gonna let Gerald like star in one, and then I'm gonna let Adam star in one, and then we're gonna give some of the ladies like their own ones, and then we're just gonna see who gets more downloads, so we can just have this constant competition going on with Tales After Dark. It's gonna be really fun. I can't wait.
Sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't listen to any of it, but yeah, sounds great.
But anyway,
guess that's it.
That is it. Thank you, everybody, for coming to listen. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Tell your friends that Don't Look drops for everybody tomorrow. If you don't want to listen to ads, even though I put in a super clever ad break this episode, y'all heard that? That was nice. If you don't want to listen to ads, sign up for a membership. A membership supports the network, and we absolutely love your support. And you get cool shit in the process. Go to talesoftheforgotten.com/membership. Sign up for that shit. If you don't like commitments, I'm not judging you. That's completely fine. We celebrate all relationships here at Tales. You can go and just make a one-time donation. You can also go to talesoftheforgotten.com. Click on that little support tab. There will be a link there that you can just make a one-time donation. Just throw some money at us. We love you and we love your money. Thank you so much. It goes back out to our voice actors and supports us for making all these amazing shows. We are also still accepting investors. That window will close soon, but currently we are still accepting investors. So if you see all the brilliance that we're doing here at Tales and you think this is a property worth investing in, yes, we are, because the arts is super important and you can see all these wonderful actors and all the quality of work that we put out. We would love to have that conversation with you about investing in the Tales of Forgotten Fiction Network. We make it very easy. There's different paths for you to invest in us. And we are not just audio dramas here. We will be making books of our properties. Fairy Tale, Don't Look, Vampire Beginnings. Those will all be turned into novels as well. Sonarchy already is. And then from there, we will also branch out into animation. And then one day in the near future, we're going to give Pixel a Foley studio and we're going to put Gerald back in front of the camera and we're going to start making like movies and TV shows and shit like that. So we understand the power of the storytelling here. So we'd love to have a conversation with you about investing. That's it. That's it. Thank you to everybody. We're back. Tales is back. If you like action romance and how do I describe this? A main character. How would you describe the main characters in Vampire Beginnings, Tiani?
How can you describe Regal except ridiculous?
A ridiculous main. How do we describe Alexa? So that's Regal. Regal's ridiculous, and Alexa is Dami Mommy.
Dami Mommy, absolutely.
So if you like a story about Dami Mommy,
I'm all in.
There you go. Dami Mommy and ridiculous. Vampire Beginnings is coming like stupidly soon. That's not the 2nd, but it will drop on the 9th. And if you don't want to wait, you can sign up for a membership and go listen to the first 4 episodes right now. So there you go. All right. Thank you again to Delvin. We're going to get out of here. Goodbye, y'all. Lena, tell him not to look.
Don't look.